Bitcoin is creating a bearish pattern and is about to dump lower, but please do not get fooled, because on this exact level right here, where my price target lays, I am opening up a new major Bitcoin long position. So on today's update video, I'm going to be breaking down this entire position, including the fact of the most important imminent short-term charts I need to talk about right now. I'm going to be talking about this pattern. I will be breaking down the pattern which we're right now creating and exactly explain what we're currently seeing in the market. Of course, I'm going to be doing a deep dive in towards my targets. I'm going to be talking about what is happening on the bigger perspective in terms of the news. Trump, its executive order about the strategic Bitcoin reserve is also expiring today, so a lot to discuss here. So don't forget to once again watch this video till the end. It's going to be an absolutely amazing one here to be watching. It's going to be an interesting one. We'll be breaking down the trades I've currently got open. I'm going to be breaking down my order I've set up in the market right now. So don't forget to once again slap on that like button back above 1,000 likes. That will be highly appreciated. And let me jump straight away in towards the imminent short term. So on the imminent short term, Bitcoin is obviously creating once again a new CME gap on this weekend, sitting around 97,000 US dollars. Bitcoin, of course, dumped quite heavily over the course of the weekend, and the general consensus is that usually Bitcoin tends to be filling up these gaps either on the Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. And yeah, on very rare occasions, it takes till Friday. But this is actually something that is very bullish. But what happened last weekend is that Bitcoin actually broke below the very important level of support, which was going to be that 95 to 96,000 US dollar level. Bitcoin broke below it, retested it, and actually moved lower. And right now, really, if I'm looking at Bitcoin, we are creating somewhat of an ascending broadening wedge. And for the ones that don't know this pattern, it usually gets created after rallies towards the upside, and then you see this consolidation where we are creating higher highs, but not really exponential higher lows here. And you can see it over here. I've been seeing this trading pattern so many times, but it is actually a bearish bias pattern. So considering the fact that we're right now creating a bearish bias pattern, I also think that right now Bitcoin is showing some weakness in this trend, and there is a very big possibility that we are going to be seeing a slight little move towards the downside. But on the next leg lower, I want to be opening up bigger positions on Bitcoin because I want to be benefiting from the volatility going downwards. And since we're creating a bearish pattern right now here, I am not going to be opening up a short position right now because I am a very much higher alert that Bitcoin, of course, can still move higher from off this point. We've not broken the support. But what I will be doing right now here is that I have set up multiple orders around 91,000 US dollars to open up a new long position on Bitcoin over there, because I do believe 91,000 US dollars is exactly this level right here that previously ran provided major support for Bitcoin. And you can see also whenever we broke below it, it was the turning point, and that actually marked the beginning of the rally lower. So this is a very important level for Bitcoin, and if we come back towards this level, I believe we are going to be seeing that very strong bounce on Bitcoin. And that is why I've right now set up a buy order of about 2.6 Bitcoin to, of course, go in a long position with that. And I mean, really, for me, it's all about hedging my positions, right? So there are some very interesting signals right now taking place in the market that is forecasting and showing us the fact we're not going to be seeing a dump here. And you, of course, also have the CME gap that is right now forecasting, okay, maybe we are going to be seeing the pushback towards the upside. But to hedge my positions, I am not going in a short right now, but I will be only opening up a long position on the level where my targets is from the breakdown we are having. And I think that from of the target I having, I also think Bitcoin is likely going to be having a very big rally higher. And I mean, ultimately, in this bigger consolidation phase, I am still very bullish on Bitcoin because the funding rates remain to be extremely negative. We can see that, of course, this corresponds with major opportunities in the market. And ultimately, that just gives us the opportunity to right now buy into towards a cheaper valuation. If it drops ever so slightly on the liquidity heat map, there's not a lot of liquidity building up above us or below us. And really on Bitcoin on the larger time frames, it really shows us still that we are likely going to be pushing higher. I mean, I will remain to be holding my trades open on my grid trading bot here. On Pionex, you can currently exactly copy this trade as well here. If you go to the link description of today's video, guys, you can copy my trading bots here, which basically automatically accumulates along the way down, sell along the way up here, and it slowly is bringing in all the profits you are needing. So this trading strategy will just continue until Bitcoin hits $110,000, and for Ethereum until it hits $2,500. For my trade, I'm currently having open here on 91,000 US dollars. To quickly break down for everyone who's maybe interested on trading Bitcoin right here as well, my targets here are going to be that 106,000 US dollar, which is going to be the range high of this market. So I'm going to be opening on my trade over here around 91, and the targets are going to be around 107 towards 108,000 US dollar. And before diving deeper into some very important charts, I quickly want to discuss some news stories, because Nvidia is reportedly considering to add Bitcoin to its balance sheet, which is of course absolutely insane here after they got the 24% correction. Then today, it's the end of the 60-day executive order on the Bitcoin strategic reserve here. So it's exactly 60 days ago. He signed that executive order, and now it's going to be expiring today here. So I'm not 100% sure what is going to be happening, but most likely today we are going to get a plan on how they are going to be accumulating Bitcoin in their strategic reserve / national stockpile. So that is going to be absolutely great here. He also said he had no plans to meet with China's president this week. And he said in an interview yesterday, literally this happened yesterday, I want crypto. Crypto is important because if we don't do it, China is going to do so. So once again, he confirms there's a battle for crypto and digital assets between China as well here. That probably in the background, China is also accumulating a lot of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. Then, of course, Saylor is also right now having a plan to borrow an additional $84 billion to buy even more Bitcoin. And if this is going to be happening, guys, you have no idea how big this is, because so far, on the 1.5 year of accumulation from the spot Bitcoin ETF, we saw about $40 billion worth of inflows, and he wants to borrow 84. So more than the double of that, and he's going to be buying Bitcoin with it. And also, to give you even more bullish news here, FTX will also distribute the $16 billion in cash on May the 30th this month here. So there's going to be a lot of buy pressure entering the market if we have to believe what is all going to be happening with, of course, the United States of America, with China, with Saylor. And honestly, this once again just confirms the feeling for me that over the long term, Bitcoin is most certainly going to be going higher. And really, if you don't want to have any risk here, it's all about buying Bitcoin and not looking at it for at least the coming 4 to 6 years, because then it is going to be performing absolutely extraordinary. And I mean, there are many signals right now, if I'm looking at the bigger perspective, of big accumulation, of a big bull market where we're currently still sitting in. And I mean, honestly, if we're looking at the bull market peak indicators, so far 0 out of 30 of these indicators have flashed and is right now telling us a story. The market top is not in yet here. And whenever this is going to be in, guys, you will be the first one to know here, because then would be a great time to be, of course, scaling more aggressively out of the market. But right now, clearly, it is not that time of the year yet here. And I mean, I do think there are major opportunities, especially on coins like Ethereum. I mean, it is currently heavily oversold right now here. And look at the Ethereum compared to Bitcoin valuation. It always moves in these cycles. And really, this is one of the best times to actually get in towards it. I mean, the risk of actually buying right now is way, way lower than getting in. So super excited for that here. It's sitting at the legendary support line. It is, of course, heavily undervalued on the MVRVZ score. But anyways, guys, this was it for me in today's update video. We are creating that big CME gap. So maybe we are going to be seeing that bounce back towards the upside. But do understand, if we are going to be breaking down of this level right here, I will be starting to open up a major Bitcoin long position around 91,000 US dollars. If Bitcoin pushes higher right now, I will already benefit from it. But if it comes ever so slightly lower, I'm going to be opening up a big Bitcoin long position. So that is the strategy I currently have in mind here. If you learned something from this video, don't forget to stomp on that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.